Final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Webster. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This will be caught by Brown. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 3rd down, Webster.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Hey, 73. 73. Hey.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Running right, here's Walker.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 17 yards to pick up there.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Jalen Carter.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of touch so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Webster.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Hurts.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. On first down, Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The Eagles had 14-2 heading into this final week. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
On second down now, it's Webster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is Smith to the ground. And he'll go down the mountain before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Silver.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get started up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
19 Tiger.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Webster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Touchdown! DeVonta Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point splits the points, and the lead is now 17-3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get any.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
First down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, you can just see it in their body language. You're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Put by Julian Love. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick-6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they're looking around the huddle, so who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Carl up, Yannis. Carl up, Yannis. Hey, easy, 63, pass. Don't touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! Philadelphia! Dallas Goedert, 33 yards.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Smith and Jigba with a grab.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Back to throw here. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll run on first down. It's Webster, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out. 63.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins.
32 yards.
And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Webster. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On first down, it's Webster.
And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
63. Carl Yetti. No touch.
On second down, it's Webster. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Third down and 1.
No touch. No touch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Webster,
and he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
and one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
They run. It's Tucker.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy. 63. Back. No touch.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Webster. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And Hurts going to move him around. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game.